All right, so he's saying, my world I poured, I tried to be happy, but the tribunal monarch of the air, whose thighs embronzes earth, strikes crystal word. What's a tribunal? If you're in the military and you go before a tribunal, like a court, what's a monarch? It could be a butterfly. It is a butterfly, but it's also what? A king. Is it blurry? Oh well, there's nothing I can do about it. Sorry. I wasn't trying to be hostile. I'm just saying I can make it blurrier. I mean, these are our options. All right, it could be a butterfly, but it could also be a king. Who would be the judging king of the air? Okay, once again, God. And he says that, God embronzes earth, God created the earth, and strikes crystal word and wounds pledges once to hope. Why is word capitalized? He's not saying word, y'all. Word. Ah. This means Bible. Okay, so God's Bible, it gives some people hope. It gives people hope. But he says for him, it leaves him cleft to despair. So God's Bible gives hope to some, but leaves him with what? But leaves him sad. Yeah. So again, we get this idea that he's turning back to God. Like he's alone, he's miserable, he's unhappy. And so he goes back to God and it doesn't seem to work. So he says, the steep encroachments of my blood left me no answer. A steep encroachment of your blood. When would your blood get steep? Steep means to go up. What emotion? Anger. Okay, so this could be like a blood pressure thing, like anger. What else will cause your blood pressure to go up? Sugar. Fear. Fear. How about those of y'all who do like extreme sport kind of stuff? Adrenaline. I don't think I spelled that right. It's okay. All right, so anger, fear, adrenaline. These leave him with no answer, right? These aren't the answer. So anger, fear, adrenaline aren't the answers. God, what's wrong? That's okay. Write it up you can write it in the boxes on the side. Okay. Okay, here we have a turn, guys. He says, or. Notice this or. Is it she? Oh. She. Whose sweet mortality stirs latent power. Here we have a woman whose life gives him power. All right, so who could this be? It could be an angel. Mom.
His woman.
Lover. Who else do you think? Angel, mom, girlfriend. Any other ideas? A woman who gives him some kind of power, who makes him feel better. And he even says, through whose pulse I hear, counting the strokes my veins recall and add, revived and sure. When he thinks about this woman, what happens? Okay, he thinks about her. He gets excited. What else, though? Something that even God can't give her. What is it, revived? He gets excited. He's revived. What does revived mean? Energy. Power. I drank a cup of coffee at lunch so I could feel revived for sixth period. Please don't draw on each other's faces. Let's not. To bring back to light. Yeah, so this woman makes him feel powerful and revived, energetic, excited. This is a bit of a turn. Oh. I just buy mine at the grocery store.
I hate killing a fish.
Okay.
I hate when I catch a fish and I have to kill it.
Here's a clue for us, okay, as to who he's talking about. Anybody circle the word angelus?
I did.
Or highlight it?
Angel.
Alright, you do notice the word angel. And angelus is a prayer
I did.
that mentions the Virgin Mary. So who could she be? Yeah, he's talking possibly here about the Virgin Mary. So he's talking about a mother figure. Okay, maybe God doesn't listen to him, but maybe the Virgin Mary does. And when he says this angelus, when he says this prayer, when he evokes it, he feels healed, original, and pure. Healed, original, and pure. Those are positive words. I would rather feel healed, original, and pure than like desperate and broken. So we have a turn here. Why this turn in the poem? If this is his suicide note, if this is his last poem, why does he have this almost positive turn happening?
I don't know, but this is too deep.
It's very deep.
Like, but he.
Is he coming to peace with his decision, possibly? Is he starting to realize that maybe he's bound for the afterlife? This is a kind of an odd change, though. If this was your suicide note, if this is your last poem before you were going to hurt yourself, why would you be feeling healed, original, and pure? Something to think about. He says that this woman, it could be that he's coming to peace, builds within a tower that is not stone. Okay, he's never going to be a stone tower again, right? He will never be the same. He will never be strong. But slip of pebbles, visible wings of silence sewn in azure circles widening as they dip. He says he's not a tower, he's a little slip of pebbles. What does that mean? What's a slip of pebbles? Like a little pile of them. Yeah, he's not a tower, but he's just a little pile of pebbles. I think this is a message here. He's trying to regain his strength. He wants to get better. Kind of like a bird, he wants to widen his circles. I think this is very obviously someone who is not well. Somebody bouncing from one extreme emotion to another. Feeling despair and broken, and the next stanza feeling like, oh, rallied. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna be better. I'm gonna be okay. Does this remind you of anybody in our story a little bit? Bouncing between emotions? Maybe Blanche a bit. Blanche goes from being, hey, I'm Blanche, I'm here, to, drinking in the corner. So bouncing between emotions, somebody who's not mentally well. The matrix, last stanza guys, we're almost there. The matrix of the heart, lift down the eyes that shrines the quiet lake and swells a tower. He's saying here the heart can quiet a lake and swell a tower. What can love do? Love can quiet a lake or swell a tower. Love can...
Cure somebody.
All right, it can cure you or comfort you. And even here, the tall decorum of that sky unseals her earth and lifts love in its shower. What does love if you will let love into your life, what can it do? It can lift you in its shower. What does that mean? It can inspire you, it can lift you up. I can't help but wonder with Crane if maybe in writing this, in his last days, he felt like leaving us with some advice. That the first half is about him and his despair, his brokenness, the emptiness he feels, and he doesn't want us to feel the same way. So find that person who lifts you up. Find the person who makes you feel whole and recovered. This is going to come up with Blanche Dubois. Blanche in scene 1 is a broken woman. Why is she in New Orleans? Is she looking for comfort? Is she looking for peace? Something to think about. Now you have some homework with this week. You'll notice there are 4 questions, yes? Okay. These 4 questions are about emotion, theme, sound, and kind of your opinion on why Williams uses this epigraph. There are not right or wrong answers to these questions. You can answer them in sentences or bullets. You can draw me a cartoon if you need to. But I want you to address these 4 questions. This is where people have grumbled all day, and you're welcome to grumble. Part 2 is to define any unknown vocabulary. Okay. You have room up here. You can do it here. We're not going to write in these boxes, so you can do it in the boxes if you want to. Define any unknown vocabulary. Or you can do it on a separate sheet of paper. Originally, y'all listen, I was going to have this due Friday, but since we didn't finish it yesterday and I won't see you tomorrow, let's have this due on Monday. Or Friday. We can do it Friday.
No, Monday.
On the 28th. Okay, that's Monday the 28th.